My name is Howard Lyman. I'm a fourth generation farmer, rancher, feedlot operator from Montana. I travel around the world talking to people about not eating animal products, and the main thrust of what I do today is about global climate change, which I believe has the potential to be a disaster for our children and grandchildren.
And how long have you been vegan?
I've been vegan 25 years. I was a vegetarian for a year. I lost some weight, my blood pressure came down, my cholesterol came down, and I thought, wow, if I can do that being a vegetarian, just think what I could do if I was a vegan. I lost 130 pounds, my blood pressure went from sky high to normal, my cholesterol from 300, and today it's 105. So as far as I'm concerned, I think I've enhanced my life with my changing diet, and I think it saved my life.
And what was the actual turning point? What made you go vegan?
Well, I was one of the first 300-pound football players in North America, and after I quit playing football, I kept eating the same way. Got well overweight, blood pressure high, cholesterol high. I ended up paralyzed from the waist down. The doctor told me I had a tumor on my spinal cord. He said if that tumor's on the inside of the spinal cord, you have less than 1 chance in a million that you'll ever walk again. That got my attention. I had a long operation. They took a tumor out of the inside of my spinal cord. I actually walked out of the hospital with a 1 in a million operation. That didn't turn me into a vegan, but it made me commit that the rest of my life, I would live my life in what I believed was correct. When I was a kid growing up, my first job was working in the garden. Real live living soil, birds and trees. I thought it was the greatest thing that ever happened. I went to Montana State University, got a degree in agriculture, learned about getting bigger or get out, using chemicals, herbicides, pesticides, hormones, medication. I saw the birds die, I saw the trees die, I saw the soil change. After my operation, I looked at it and said, I was the problem. And when I went to my banker and I said to him, I said, I need to borrow some money. He said, no problem there. What do you want to do? I said, I want to become an organic farmer. He said to me, you want to borrow money from me? You're not going to spend it with my other customers, the chemical dealer, the pharmaceutical dealer, the fertilizer dealer? He said, there will never be a day like that. So 1983, I sold my farm, I paid my debts, and I spent the rest of my life trying to get people not to make the mistakes that I made. I've learned a lot over the years. I started out talking to people about a plant-based diet for their health, plant-based diet for the animals. But today I'm absolutely convinced the plant-based diet is the only solution if we're going to deal with global climate change. And when 51% of all global greenhouse gases come from livestock, you don't have to be the sharpest knife in the drawer to understand that if we can get people to cut back on their consumption, we can actually do something significant about global greenhouse gases, and we need to do that, or we're going to end up with a planet that our children and grandchildren might not be able to live on.
And you travel all around, or you have for many years. You ran for Congress, and you teach people about the importance of eating a plant-based diet. What would you say that, how do other farmers perceive your speeches?
Well, when we start out, and they look at it, they think I'm some sort of a crazy long-haired hippie that doesn't understand what their problems are. And when they find out that I spent 45 years of my life in animal production, then they realize that I'm not a goody two-shoe, that I've been there, I've done what they're doing, and I'm telling them that if we continue to do what they've been doing, there's no future. What they're interested in is, how do I get from where I am to the future? Because I also have children and grandchildren. I also am concerned about global greenhouse gases. It's not an issue that is easy, but it is one that we have to address. And I believe that there are solutions. It's just not easy solutions.
And I know you've also been in Cowspiracy. And what would be the greatest piece of advice you would tell people who are interested in learning more and becoming vegan? What would you tell?
Well, I would say the first thing you need to do if you're going to make changes in your life is do some research. Go to the library, get out some books, read good, sound science, and see what the options are. Before you make any changes, understand what the issues are. And I think once you understand the issues, then it's a lot easier to make the changes. You know, when I made the changes, I thought, you know, there's just no way in the world that I'm going to be able to do this. At one time I smoked, and when I quit smoking, it was one of the toughest addictions I ever had to deal with. Well, I'll tell you, when I changed my diet, when I gave up on cheese, it was just like when I quit smoking. But both when I quit smoking and when I gave up cheese, the results of it are by far better. So nothing out there is worth doing without understanding why and how, and to understand the issues in the future. So do some research, change your lifestyle, and it'll be good for you, your children, the planet, and the animals.
And you have a website where people can find more information on you, or?
Yeah, you can go to my website, madcowboy.com. What we do is we post the latest studies that are out there. There are synopses of the studies, but we also give the route of the entire study. So if they're interesting to you, you can go and read the whole study. And what we try to do is to educate people so that they have the ammunition to deal with the people that want to make fun of what they're doing and try to put them down. We try to give them the facts to deal with those doubters.
And is there anything else you'd like to add?
Yeah, what I'd like to add is that each and every one of us can make a difference. I think the only way we can make a difference is to approach it with a smile on our face, with giving people a hand up and not a put down. When you enlist somebody to make a change, realize that that is very, very difficult for them. Help them, talk to them, and if it was good for you, what could be better than share it with people you love?